Yeah! Live from Cafe Willoughby with your hosts Tyler Brown and Sam I Am Willoughby, Sir Richard Fiswell, and the baddest BMXers and industry heavy hitters on the planet. Let's get it on! Start your engines and let's get it on!
What's up, guys? This is Nick, Tori, Sam, and we're live on Cafe Willoughby. Today, this show, we're going over interview with Corbin Sherraw. We're going to do a World's Top Finals countdown with Donnie. Let's see what else we got. We got the long shot, of course. We're going to fucking stick some forks and shit. And then we got Dickie Fitzwell calling in, followed up by phone calls with you guys. So
S-squared,
give us a call. Oh, the S-squared square up, so stay tuned for that.
Hell of an intro. So
it's on the spot. Get off my
July
back.
10th. Tyler is out. It's we'll put it up here. It's wedding anniversary day for.
Heels on in that photo.
She's got flats on.
Yeah, so we got another show wound up, ready to go. We're gonna chat about South Park. We're gonna interview T.
Thanks for having me on the show, sir.
Get all the ladies moist.
Ooh.
And
keep it together, ladies.
Sorry, Mom.
And then we're going to call in with Big Don, like Nick said. So we're going to
Little Don.
Little
We
Don.
called him with Big Don.
Big Little Don.
Ronnie Dobinson.
Big Don was calling fools out.
So we're going to start the show off with, we're going to jump right into our video of the week. Seeing as it's the week of South Park, we figured that this was a fitting one. So we're just going to call this the Friday Night Main since they didn't run one. And
This is me. I took the win on this day.
This is Nick.
Yeah, just for Friday night, though.
Oh, Dickie Fitz touches on this later, but technically Nick did win Friday because they didn't run it. So here it is.
Down the hill they come, power like colors, pushing and shoving to get in there. And up front, we got one down for no reason whatsoever, except trying to figure out what the heck happened. Now, only a beginner would be foolish enough to jump those doubles to blow by everyone and pull it off. It's only too bad that we can't read his number plate, so we're not going to talk about him. It'll be the second place ride for Powerlight, the 443 of John Bennett. Bennett stepping off the pedals. First place rider has no identity and maybe no private parts after that move. It'll be Bennett. I know it's getting late. It'll be Bennett headed down to the finish line. I know I'll go to my room tomorrow. It'll be Bennett. Bennett for Powerlight. The guy with no ID will take.
There you have it, folks. Nick Long, Powerlight Factory.
I came in undercover, did it low-key in my throwback Ryan Nelson jersey. But I had to get it done. You know, the sponsors needed it.
You look good out there.
Felt good out there.
Yeah. Your start was good. Don would be happy with that.
I mean, that's all I trained for.
Yeah.
It's all first straights for me.
No, you look solid. All right. So anyway, that's Friday. That was Elite Men on Friday. And now we will jump into Elite Men on Saturday. They did two mains Saturday.
You got women's races too?
Because we have women's races as
Beautiful.
well.
I haven't seen those.
We'll run the vids and then we'll have a bit of a chinwag about it.
Chinwag.
Gates down, they are off and going. Looks like Connor Fields and Corbin Sherraw moving into turn number one. And it's your gold medalist, Connor Fields, leading away. Corbin in the two spot as they roll down that second straightaway. Only about a bike length behind. Corbin Sherraw trying to reel in Connor Fields, but Connor Fields saying, no way, Jose, that's all mine. Going into the third straightaway, everybody taking it high into the last turn. Got that dog leg last turn. That's a tough one to figure out, but these guys got it going. As it coming back to the line, it's going to be Connor Fields. It'll be Corbin Sherraw.
All right, there it is, day one.
They look pretty...
Fonna Kilds.
Fun of kills. I like how he launched that jump into turn one. He was kind of showboating a bit.
Yeah, so they ran, so the rains came Friday, ran the main Saturday morning before Moto 1 of day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how it went.
So it rained right after that too?
No, it rained Friday afternoon.
Friday, yeah.
What time did they run the main on Saturday?
Probably like 11.
Just right after
Pretty
practice.
tough hitting first moto, the main.
It's been done.
Snapping.
They've done it before.
It's been done. It's been done.
All right. All right, so now we'll jump into the ladies. So elite women, day 1. Here we go.
Gates down, the race is on. Looks like Rachel Mydock has a little bit of an advantage. Sophia Foresta, though, moving up. Oh, Lisa Foresta off to the side. Trouble in River City. Sophia Foresta off at the moment. Coming around turn number 1 on the second straightaway. That is the 35 bike of Rachel, the boss. Mydock owning this one. Getting past, though, in turn number 2. Got the 33, Danny George making it happen. Side by side, 2 wide, losing them, picking them back up. Going past the pear tree into the last turn. One straightaway with Rachel Mydock in your 2 spot. Danny George on point. Leading it back at us. It's going to be Danny George. She's going to hold on to it. Rachel coming on, but it's going to be Danny George. Mydock, the 37.
Animal looked good, aggressive around the track.
You like that?
Yeah, I like an aggressive girl.
Turned on the afterburners down straight 2.
Yeah, old Danimal.
Wonder what her finish line speech was like.
Do it. Try do it.
I don't know if I got anything good. Every time I've ever heard a speech from her, it's all under the influence. So
Okay. Yeah, we've all heard
me impersonating probably wouldn't be very
Danimal
good.
speech. Alrighty. Well, let's jump into Elite Men Day 2.
Gates down, your men's elite main event's underway, and they are heading towards turn number 1. It is Shara out in front. Connor Fields in your 2 spot. Shara liking what he sees out in front of him. Nothing but open track. But Connor Fields trying to be the spoilers. They work their way into turn number 2. Right now, it is all Corbin Shara taking the high road. Connor Fields in tow. Got the 54. Tanner Sebastien in your 3. Shara taking that lead and then running with it into the last turn. Connor Fields trying what he can as he come back this way. Down the last straightaway. Shara still on point. It'll be Shara, Fields, Sebesta. Races on. Down the front straightaway they go. Racing hard towards turn number 1. Who's it going to be? We'll figure it out. It looks like it might be Windows out in front into turn number 1, out of turn number 1. And that's a 57 bike of Sophia Foresta. Foresta out in front. Down the second straightaway to go. Foresta on point. Sophia Foresta leading the way with the 37 bike of Zoe Fleming in your 2 spot. Rolling towards the last turn. Sophia Foresta, Zoe Fleming. Racing hard. Got a turn, got a straightaway. 3rd and 4th up for grabs. Back to the line to come. It's going to be Foresta, Fleming.
All right, that's it. Day 2, day 1, all the mains run there. Pretty, yeah.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Corbanio ran away with it. I
Same
felt
podium in the guys both days.
Guys look good. Yeah, the girls mainly.
Girls looks like they could use a little bit of help out there.
Yeah.
Pumping most of the track. I don't know how if it was soft or what.
Well, speaking of ladies, I mean, we got Caitlin Kovic in the chat room here. First in state, first in district.
Shout out.
Title holder.
You got number 1 on your back. You should get it tattooed.
She got a gold one on the back.
So we're going to start the show off. We're going to give day 2 winner Corbin Shara a call.
Corbin Delestero.
And we'll see how his weekend went down. Obviously getting the win there on day 2.
Cold call.
Cold call, yep.
We should FaceTime him too. What's up, dude?
Dude.
So the chat room's open. Don't forget about the phone lines. Those are open still if you guys want to
hold on, I need to
jump on there, leave a voicemail. But here we go. Nikki's going to lead this one.
Does he know that I'm calling?
Cold call.
I don't know. I might have called Corbin one time in my whole life before.
Hello.
Banyo!
Yo.
What's going on? You're live on Cafe Willoughby.
Yo, live.
How was South Park?
Oh, South Park was good. There was some rain delays and long days, but no, overall it was fun. It was a good experience. Like since I went there 4 years ago or something, I've always had a good time at that track. So.
How many wins you got there now? About 6?
No, not that many. I mean, this was only my 3rd time ever going. So.
I'm pretty sure you got at least 4
I think I've been on the podium every time I've been there. It's definitely one that I always like to go to if I get the chance.
Decent. All right, where are we at? Well, let's actually talk about the rain delays a little bit. What side were you on the rain delays? Were you on the side of bitching? But I don't think you were, because I'm thinking you're usually the one kind of just send it.
Yeah, how'd that go down?
No. Now, for Friday's race, I was on the side of let's run it Saturday morning just because, we've got all the motos in during the day without basically any rain. The track was a little moist as far as the dirt went, but we never raced with a slippery gate or slippery corner. So I kind of was like, I don't really want to just send the main in the rain when haven't really been on the track all day on a wet track. So my decision was if we had been racing in the rain all day and we'd been running with slick gates, slick corners, we had already ran all the laps. Practice was like that. It was wet. It's all right, whatever. I'm just going to run in the rain. It's cool. We've been doing it all day. But, to just run the final for, whatever the win and money and points, you'd rather do that when it's dry. How you've been running it all day. So that's kind of the side that I was on.
Cool. All right, well, you want to break down maybe the Saturday and Sunday mains or whatever, Saturday and Saturday mains?
Yeah, what was the difference if you...
Basically, the whole race or Saturday, and man, I'm glad it wasn't like Rock Hill when we did that back on when we came in on Sunday morning, fresh at 7 a.m.
For you.
But yeah, it was good. We got to, basically warm up, and I think elite women and elite men were the first races on the track, so that was good. The two mains ran first, and it went pretty well. Just really didn't have too much pull on that first main, so kind of had the outside, and it's still hard to pass on that track too. It's drag race down the first straight and everything's just a little tight. And it's just hard to get around. It's super fast and great to ride on, but definitely hard to pass, and just couldn't get by Connor for the win, so I had to settle for the deuce.
You were close at the line, though.
Yeah, I noticed he kind of let up quite a bit down the last straight, and I was like, well, I don't know if that's too smart to let up leading the main, and got pretty close, so I don't know, kind of questioned if I could have pushed it a little harder, but at the end of the day, it's over, and couldn't really do much but focus on the rest of the day that was going to come ahead, and knew there was really another chance, but yeah, and then more rain delays Saturday, which was, pretty crazy. It's I think between second round and third round, there was a 2.5, almost 3 hour rain delay. I was sitting in the pits thinking, I was daydreaming. I'm like, man, did I miss the third moto? I'm like, I hope they didn't run it without me. Because we just hadn't raced in forever. I was like, geez, hope I didn't miss a moto.
It sounds pretty ABA, though. Old school ABA.
Ran the first two, and it was almost two different races. It was okay, kind of hit the reset button and start over again for third round in the main. But I give the track credit and everybody that was there. Raking and doing everything on the track. The track really ran well for how much water hit the track. It was gnarly how much it rained, kind of off and on throughout the day, and the track stayed pretty prime. So definitely stoked about that.
What do you got?
So is that your? This is Sam, by the way. Corbin, good job on the weekend.
No, thanks, man.
Is that your third win this year?
No, I think it was the second one. I've got some seconds and thirds, but it's been pretty up and down as far as getting a win, a podium, and then the second day usually do something kind of funny. So usually most weekends have been getting on the podium or something, and then do crap or come unclipped or some kind of malfunction the next day.
Yeah. So you got.
Because the national champs doesn't count for ABA points, right? So yeah, that's the third win, but
I guess
that race didn't count towards a actual win.
But I guess with the wins kind of being spread out a bit this year, you're well and truly in the hunt. Is the ABA title, or USA BMX title, kind of on your mind this year?
Yeah, it definitely is. With it kind of being a little bit off year from the Olympics and having the next couple of years to kind of go after the ABA title and the world title, that's kind of top priority stuff that I would think. So definitely going to be on that scene, trying to hit the rest of the races and get some good scores. There's still, I think, 4 weekends or something, which is 8 scores to try to get on the podium and improve those scores. I know I'm like, geez, I'm so far back.
But
it's definitely something
it'll all close up as it gets closer.
Yeah, for that title, you gotta have a lot of wins, and you got to be dang good throughout the year. I mean, at every race, you can't really slack too much at any races. You don't have too many weekends to be off, and I think that's the glory and the coolest thing about this title is you can't really have many off weekends as far as winning or even being on the podium. You got to be there every weekend, and same for the Grand. It's like you got to win that thing, and I really like that and trying to go after that, and it seems pretty cool and something that I would like to do this year.
Yeah, for sure. It's it's one of those things at the points you can't really look at them until the full nationals are over, because once you don't really know who's got enough scores or whatever else, but you definitely will be in the mix for it. I was speaking with Christian a bit in Salt Lake, and you started training with him. You always trained with Greg pretty much for the last bit of your pro career anyway. Has that been a bit of a breath of fresh air for you this year, and how's that going?
Yeah, no, Christian, I mean, he's been great after, I think I trained just about my whole elite career with G, and I mean, it was great. We accomplished a lot and won some big races and definitely did some good stuff, and basically, I mean, kind of did a lot of what I wanted to do, but felt like it was, I was just about approaching halfway on my career, and wanted to see if there was kind of anything else out there, if there was something else. I kind of didn't really want to end my career like, man, did I make the wrong decision? I stayed with one guy forever. Could I have done something different? And definitely that's what kind of fueled to do my own thing for a bit, and then kind of seek out another coach. And because there was a few months I just kind of coached myself. I didn't want to jump into kind of like the flip-flopping coaches thing and test this guy out, test that guy out. I kind of wanted to do my own thing and figure out what I wanted to do BMX-wise after the Olympics and how all that stuff went, and kind of took a little bit of a step back and figured out what I wanted to do, and did some of my own stuff for a while, and kind of pinpointed who I wanted to work with, and went that route. And I think it's been awesome. It's a bit of a refresher and something different, and somebody new, and somebody to share kind of a new experience with, and it's awesome. It's kind of like getting a new friend or finding somebody new, and you're able to
Are you guys dating?
learn some new things and different ways to do stuff.
No, that's awesome. Good to hear. It seems to be working out pretty well for you. So, anything you want to add, Tori or Nick?
Tori's known you a long time.
Corbin, it's Tori here. How's it going?
Yo, good.
Yeah, first of all, congrats on South Park. I just had a question going back to that. The second day, obviously, you guys ran the main right at the beginning of the day, and that was kind of your first lap. How was that to prepare for mentally? I know we've had to deal with rain delays at World Cups and World Championships even. Obviously, schedule changing in Belgium that 1 year and ABA round. So my question for you is, how did you change anything that day, to get ready for the main? Because it's, you can't ease into a moto situation kind of thing.
You got to feed the geese to keep the blood flowing.
I would say mentally, I kind of pretty much just kept it the same. It was, because basically you didn't have to qualify for it. It was kind of almost just to give an extra lap. So I didn't try to focus on it too much or get nervous or hype myself up for a main. I've tended to never really be that guy. Like, man, it's the main. I can turn on another gear and have to turn it up. I try to always like to just keep it pretty even throughout the day and take every lap for what it is. So almost kind of treated it like just a stacked first round moto. It's like, well, all right, it's going to be the main. I got these guys. Got to at least try to get top four and see how we can do. So it didn't really take too much. Warm up was good, and basically just went into it like it was going to be a hard first round moto, and you want to come out with a good score, and basically ran it like that. And it came out pretty good. It's definitely weird to race a main as the first lap right off the gate, but I think it came out good. Really didn't want to change too much. Just went out with the mindset to go out there and get a good score like it would be first round.
Right on. Top four moves on.
Not impressed.
Yes, sir.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Well, thanks for filling us in on the weekend, and we just watched all the videos, and just wanted a quick little update from the winner. So it's good to have you on, and all the best for the Worlds coming up, and I'm sure we'll see you around here soon.
Yeah, you coming to Chula?
No, I'm out here at Rock Hill getting in some cheating laps.
Cheater,
man.
Cheater.
All right, well, we'll see you in a couple weeks then, my man.
You follow?
But all right, yeah, we'll see you guys out here. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Cool. See you soon.
See ya.
All right.
You heard it first.
You heard it first. Corbin Shaw, day 2 winner. And
What are we rolling into?
we were going to roll into Donnie is going to be our Worlds countdown from when he won the Elite Main in 2009 in Adelaide. But
He's not ready yet?
Well, I'm sure he's ready. But
You know what would be sweet?
we just had an interview.
If
so.
we can get FaceTime on the screen so people could watch him live. I don't know how we would be able to do that.
I like watching his facial expressions.
Me too.
You could,
That's the best part about talking to Johnny is his face.
You could hold FaceTime at the camera.
Just have somebody, one of our studio members
I like to
come
see
in
his
and hold
technique to
it.
explain it with his hands and his
He does a lot of work.
He gets really passionate.
Yeah, he does.
Into it.
That's what I mean. It'd be awesome. You know, you could stand back from the computer and he's all into it talking.
We could do that.
So back in 07.
If you guys want to see Don's facial expressions, then let us know in the chat room.
How do we get it on there?
Maybe we'll do that. But instead of going right into another interview, let's jump right into the old answer, put a fucking fork in it segment.
Put some fucking forks in it.
So grab your forks.
I'll let Tori hold it since he's actually sponsored.
And
I might get docked pay.
if anyone's got any questions for these, let us know. We'll
What do we
fork them.
think? We're starting
Let us know.
with...
Answer
But
writers.
we've got a few here, so fire
got
them off, Nick. Tori, you can...
First and foremost, we're going with parent coaches. What do we think about that? What do you think
Are we
about?
talking
What do you think
pros?
about Big Greg
Big
coaching
Greg
you?
or Big Margaret? I shouldn't call her Big Margaret.
Oh, that was
Sorry, Mom.
Ma.
Little Margaret.
Little Mark.
Little Mark.
What do we think about parent? Did your dad ever help you out when you raced?
I'd say my parents, they're always really supportive, and they're always like, yeah, you just go out and do your best. You know, that's all you can really do. My mom, I'd say, was more into BMX than my dad. My dad is a huge hockey fan.
Really?
My dad's a huge hockey fan.
So he wrote you off.
He coached me a lot in hockey, and he was great for me. I remember one time, side note, I didn't play very well one game. I remember I was super pumped. All the games I played well, I'd get in the car and be super stoked to talk about it. And I remember this game I didn't play very well, and I got in the car and it was silent. And I was like, Dad, you know, what do you think of the game? And he's like, looks at me, he's like, how do you think you played, son?
You know what you did.
You know what you
Not very
up.
well, dude. It's been better. But yeah, getting back to BMX, my mom grew up around racing. My uncle raced motocross. My grandfather raced cars, so she was up, you know, around the racetrack often. So she liked to talk strategy with me and actually helped me strategy, mental prep, warm up, all that kind of thing when I was a kid.
So you
I
like
wouldn't
parent
see
coaches?
that from Mark.
I don't know if I'd say it works
Well,
as a young kid.
Yeah, we're
it's tough when
talking
you're older.
kids or pros.
That's
kids.
what I was. Yeah. When do you cut it off? Because a parent. I mean, my dad's still in it. He's still in it to win it.
Sick.
But I wouldn't consider my dad a coach.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
not
when
like-
I cut Big Don off as a coach, I would have been mentally probably around 14. I quit listening to Big Don. But no, I still seek out his help and ask him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call him a coach. You know, he just
Mentor.
watches everybody. So I'd definitely say,
I don't know if I'd put a fork in that.
yeah, I don't think so either. Because
It just
like I said,
depends.
my dad helps me, but I,
mean,
wouldn't call him a coach.
No, the thing
Yeah.
is, I still ask my parents for advice on, you know, it's sometimes nice to get an outside opinion. They have, at the end of the day, they have the best interest at heart for you.
Right. World's GoFundMe pages.
Fork
that.
Fork.
You gotta be. Man, I don't know. Yeah, but like, give me money.
I don't like the. I
Give me money and
sympathize.
put it on your social media.
I sympathize with people. You know, it's expensive, but damn it, I wouldn't feel right asking people for money. I just wouldn't feel right about it.
Isn't all those people that fund you to this race and then you go and blow it?
And you're like,
Well,
well,
people
you
you
know
let
what?
down?
It should happen. It's BMX, right?
Yeah, fork that for sure.
All right, you go on the next one. I'm reading the chat
Local
room.
tracks
we'll do these.
offering a cheaper practice.
Local track. Oh, that was
How
meant
much is practice?
Yeah,
I
what
think,
is
I
that
think it
one
was meant
from?
to be like local tracks offering a cheaper practice on race day.
You can
If
ride
you
the-
race
So
or-
like you can practice, but it's cheaper to practice. You have to pay a cheaper rate just to practice, as opposed to if you.
Oh, instead of just like a practice day.
I think if you show up on race day, you should have to just pay
I
the
think you
entry
should have
fee
to race. I don't
regardless
think.
of what you
I
do.
think as an amateur, I think you should have to race if you're going to practice that day.
I think if you have a membership, you have to race every week, or the membership gets scrapped.
Yeah.
Every week, huh?
Like, I mean, we haven't mentioned it yet, but USA BMX did send us the man himself, Tornado Tommy's license.
He's a real person.
He's a real person.
You guys doubted us, Tommy. Tornado Tommy,
You
real.
can see it here. Tornado Tommy has a license. And USA BMX, they force him to race every week.
Yeah, he has to.
At his
with a name like that, why wouldn't he?
At his local track in Atlanta, Georgia, he races every week.
Little did we know it's actually Tommy Tornado.
Tommy Tornado, yeah.
We were getting it mixed up.
Tommy Tornado, decimal gears on the back.
17.1 before 7.9.
So, offering cheaper practice, yeah, fork that.
Yeah, I think you got to race. I feel like if you,
I think kids got to race. I don't think they race enough locally.
Road bikes.
I raced up until I was 19.
To what?
Local races.
What'd you do?
Raced amateur races till I was 19. I had won the second amateur title, and I still raced Kearney until the end of the year.
Who did you race at Kearney on a Wednesday night?
Nobody. Really. I mean, I'd race Rusty or Kristen. It didn't matter. Kristen. But it was just about the racing, the mentality.
I don't think it's bad. I mean, racing at the end of the day is better than all training.
But I think it's funny that kids think like I'm too good to race.
Yeah,
I'm a natural
I raced
rider,
locally
bro.
and provincially until I was probably elite. Even still do provincially and that kind of thing.
Thunder Midget says it's called a sandbagger rate.
Sandbagger rate, yeah,
Word.
Word.
All right, road bikes for BMXers.
For BMXers or boxers?
Boxers.
Fork.
Yeah,
or sprint sport. Sprint.
Yeah, get out of here.
I don't think you really need it.
No.
I have a road bike.
Yeah.
Got it. Rode it once. Been in the room for
Forked
2 years
it.
now. I forked it myself before the fork came out.
What is
Dion raced
No, we
so
already covered that.
Yeah, okay.
Different size tires on the front to the back.
Personally, I do it. I run an 185 on the front, 7.5 on the back.
You do?
Yeah.
So you run a smaller tire in the front.
No, bigger tire. Did I say that?
8.5 on the front.
8.5 on the front,
That's smaller.
7.5 on the back.
Sam disagrees. But
No,
it's
it's
smaller.
definitely not.
It's definitely smaller. Well, it depends on what tire. Tioga?
Yeah, the new Tiogas.
Oh, like the really
The new
round
Tiogas,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, that one's big.
Yeah.
One me and Sam argue about. Definitely smaller.
Definitely bigger.
I got the 8.5 on the back right now.
Time out. The old Tiogas, the 185 was a bit smaller than the 170.
Smaller!
Liar.
That's what I have on
You
right
can tell
now.
by looking at it.
I went back to the 45 with the 185 because the tire is easier.
It was
So you
small.
gotta go 44.1.
How much
not
smaller
44.
is it?
I didn't measure
No, but
it.
you can look
did.
at it. You can look at it. It's like 0.1 probably.
It feels
Look at it. It's different.
feels easier.
I have the measurements written on my
I couldn't.
workbench.
Let's
Did
just
you
say I
measure
couldn't.
it?
I couldn't race with the 45 and the 175 tire, but the 45 and the 185 tire I could race. Be
Okay.
competitive with.
All right, fork that.
Fork it. No, leave it. Don't
Leave it.
fork
No. Don't fork it. Leave it.
Yeah,
Fork you.
Yeah, fork it. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
So what brings you down here, Tori?
Oh, you know, the sunshine, the babes, the acai bowls, and the
babes?
wonderful competition. I mean, not competition, company.
Competition.
Competition.
Because we're racing a lot.
Competition
Someone
for
had
babes.
one on here. What was that major?
You better be warming up your kitchen for me to crack a few eggs on your skillet tomorrow morning.
Get out of here. You already missed your gate session. That was today. You were fucking around.
Do we need to put a fork in smaller brand bike companies?
Yes, absolutely.
So, like, name some.
You want me to roast some?
Roast them.
Here's the thing. I don't know about that. I don't know either way, but I think there's, it's tough now for sponsorship because the industry is so saturated. There's not like
So, like,
many
if you-
brands like there used to be. Seems like.
If you're making
As a
less
whole.
than, like, 200 frames a year, fork it.
Absolutely.
You don't need to be around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't even know how.
It's a woozy. It's a wazi.
It's a woozy. It's a
Fugazi,
Fugazi.
it's not.
It's not
real.
fucking real.
Not fucking real. I can't believe that they still come out with new frames. And I mean, to come out with a new frame that's just aluminum in 2017, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a joke. You know that guy? That guy's a joke.
Righty then. It's a joke.
All right.
Fork it.
Yep. That's it.
Beat it with your frame company. Sorry.
Fork it.
Start something different.
All right. That's that segment
That's
done.
it. Answer dagger fork.
Daggered it. So, next segment. Do we call the Don?
Should we call it? I don't
Call the
know.
Don.
I don't know if I have the Don's number.
I got it.
I might have the Don.
All right, we're going to call the Don next. But so basically, the Don is our number 3 for the best world's elite countdown within the last
My phone shut me out.
20 years. So, Don won in 2009 in where I'm from, Adelaide. So we have that video here. We're gonna play that now, and then we will get Donnie on the line.
I'm in the main.
So
check me out.
we Nick's in the
Fourth?
main.
No, I was in third, and then I goofed the rhythm,
You did.
and I got
botched it?
passed.
Johnny Track Speed.
Yeah, Johnny Track Speed had no track speed on that one.
So look for that. Nick goofs the rhythm. All right, here we go.
Argentina has Romero Marino, an Olympic participant. from another Australian rider. It's going to be Luke Medill from lane 5. And lane 4, Nick Long. This is an incredible. Nick Long was the #1 amateur in the ABA last year, and right now he's in the Elite Men's main event at the 2009 UCI World Championships. Next to Nick is Donnie Robinson, the bronze medalist from the 2008 Olympic Games. From Colombia, it's Andres Jimenez. And lane 1, what can we say? Olympic champion, European champion, and last year's world champion, looking to repeat his title, is Maris Strongbergs. So this is a star-studded final. All the major brands in BMX are represented up on the gate. And this will hopefully be the best race of the day. And we've had some incredible racing already. So the riders are loaded up to get their stance. And the gate's about to drop for the Elite Men's World Championship title. The gate's down. And Donnie Robinson has a quick gate. He's out in a hurry. He's just over, but Morris is kind of powered up to him. But Donnie Robinson goes around. We got Donnie Robinson out in the lead with Marino in the 2nd spot. Donnie Robinson has a pretty big lead. And with Nick Long in the 3rd spot and Mike Day in the 4th spot. Here comes Donnie. He has a little bobble in the rhythm section, but he's going to take home the World Championship title with Mike Day in 2nd. This is an incredible race for Donnie Robinson for the USA with Mike Day in 2nd and Marino in 3rd. Mars Strongbergs.
Just 8 job.
Well, there it was. That's the 09 Elite Men's main event. Sam had to duck out. Apparently he had a meeting to get to. So it's just me and Clarence here today. Let's go over that race. Did you catch any of that?
First of all, Johnny, tell us about your lap. You uncorked one, and then Johnny Trackspeed didn't come out to play.
I was stoked on that track. It was a short world's track, not even a full 8-meter hill. And the first jump, I was able to tap manual.
You were it.
And I felt like that was a pretty good advantage. Obviously, it helped me get into the main. That was my first world's race that I raced as elite. My first would have been 08, but I didn't go to that one.
Just run on hype, huh?
It was all hype.
It was all hype back then.
But yeah, I was kind of an underdog-ish. Mike King didn't give me the time of day yet. Yeah, made the main. I was in 3rd for a minute, and then that rhythm section sucked me up fast. And
that was a hard one. You had to be on, or else they could eat you up.
Mikey ate me and Ramiro Marino up in the same straightaway. Went from 4th to 2nd.
Just swallowed it up.
And then the machine blew my doors off in the last turn as well. So
you machined
ended up with 5th. So not too bad. So yeah, we need to get a hold of Don. I don't have his phone number. Let's call him. Oh, KY's texting. Hold tight. Tell him a joke.
How do you get Pikachu on the bus? Your Pokemon.
All right, Donnie, we're coming in live.
You're killing their ears with the mic.
Oh, killing their ears? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for holding it loud. Is it better? Is it better?
Like, keep it down where you
Just don't yell, bro.
Sammy.
Don, this is Nick and Tori. Sam's had a business meeting.
Donnie, how's it going?
Okay, cool.
What's going on? How are you?
Oh, man, I did some summer camping today.
Summer camping? Did you have a tent and all that, or what are you doing? Like bike stuff?
No, like an actual BMX summer camp like TV does.
Oh, wow. How's your sunburn looking? Are you looking pretty leathered currently?
No, I finally used sunscreen the last couple days, so.
Oh, good on you then.
Donnie, how was Canada?
Canada was good. Had a good long buddy break with J-Rod, and we did. I think we did 12 overall clinics. I mean, we had like four 2-day tracks, and then we had some team clinics and a couple private stuff. So we were jam packed for 2 weeks, but it was good. It's good to spend my yearly buddy time with J-Rod, so it was good.
So you got a pocket full of loonies and toonies, is what you're saying?
Yes, some of those.
I'm going to report you to Revenue Canada.
All right, well, Sam's back, so we're going to have him talk about the 09 Worlds with you.
Don.
Let's do it.
How much battery got?
Sammy,
Don, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Where you at? You sound like you're across the country.
No, we're here. We're in San Diego.
Do your work, Tori.
How's things for you?
Things are
are good. Things. This retired life is it's a lot harder than it was when I was racing. I mean, it's different. You know, again, as athletes, I mean, you know, again, we kind of have to deal with the daily rigors of training and recovery and all that, and racing and pressures and sponsors. But I never really realized how much harder it would be, like when real life kicks in. So it's a different kind of hard. You know, there's definitely, you know, again, this break in the monotony of what was, you know, professional BMX racing. You know, it's something new, and so it's busy, but things are looking up. So you know, onward and upward.
Good stuff. So I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff we could chat about with what's going on recently, but you're on our little segment here. We're counting down the best elite worlds in the last, basically what we can remember. And obviously, you came up here as our number 3, our third one we've done. So 2009, you, I guess we'll start off with kind of a question we've asked everyone in the lead up. Like, how was kind of the lead up to that race? You were obviously racing over here in the summer, and where were you kind of at going into it?
Yeah, I don't obviously remember the real, like, the lead up to the race, but I do have a family friend who was at Salt Lake City, which I guess was the race before the Worlds that year, and so he still tells this story to this day, but I guess my race went, like, absolutely terrible there. And so he remembers, you know, us having a discussion and everything leading up to the Worlds and everything, and how he just had a feeling that I was going to do well at Worlds. And now, you know, that didn't mean anything back then, and it makes for a good story now. But, you know, I've got somebody that remembers that race, you know, right before the Worlds, and apparently it wasn't a good one. I mean, really, the whole year of 2009 wasn't super spectacular. I mean, I think I only won like one USA BMX race. I think that was in Oldsmar. I remember, I think, being tied going into the last main with old KB and Maris, and somehow I came out on the top of that one. And so I think that was like the only race besides the Worlds that I had won that year. And so again, it was kind of like as I was going downhill, you know, again, 2006 was a great rise in I guess my professional career, and 2007 and 8 went quite well, and, you know, again, 2009 did not go so well except for, you know, the 2 wins that I had, and, you know, again, the last win that I've ever had was actually that win at the Worlds.
Oh, really?
So it's pretty crazy to think that, you know, again, that the last, you know, again, the next, you know, 7 years after that, I didn't have any wins, but, you know, again, that last one was a good one, so, you know, it could always be worse.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of sums up the year that year. I mean, how did the actual day play out, or the week, you know, leading up to when you're in Adelaide, you know, practice, motos, all that kind of thing? How'd the day go?
Well, you know, again, when the things, you know, seem to, when you look back in hindsight, I mean, again, things seem to, when things go well, I mean, you almost look like, hey, those things were meant to be. And this race was absolutely, like, 100% meant to be, because, you know, again, after 2008, you know, USA Cycling kind of did away with the funded program, and kind of the old guard was being, you know, somewhat pushed aside for, you know, the new, you know, the Nicks and the Herms and all of, you know, the riders coming in, and so that's just the way that it was. And so, you know, again, the funding to Supercross races and Worlds were not there for me at all. And so I actually traveled to Adelaide by myself, had our good buddy Michael Fenwick pick me up from the airport. And really, I did the whole week solo. I mean, we had, you know, again, for the Adelaide Supercross, you know, the year before we had, or the couple years before, or the year before, I don't know when it was, but when we went there, we stayed at, I think it was the Hilton, and it was just an amazing place. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to just, you know, stay at the same place. And so again, you know, Fenwick picked me up, and I did the whole week totally solo, stayed by myself, trained by myself. And, you know, really, the Worlds, for me, have never really gone well. I mean, again, I did the junior thing in 2001, and it worked out. But as far as the elite thing goes, like, I never really did well at the Worlds. So, kind of going into this year, I was kind of expecting the same thing, right? Like, I knew that I would feel good, and I knew that my results leading up to the race would probably be pretty decent. But, like, at the Worlds, like, there's always something. I mean, again, there's that pressure that mounts, and there's that expectation. And so, if you're not in that groove, I mean, you're just not feeling it. And so that's exactly how kind of the start of my weekend went. Again, practice was left, a lot to be desired. And so in motos, I remember I had Christian Busserine and J. Raj. And I know it wasn't like a super stacked moto, but there were still a couple heavy hitters in there, and I know that I didn't do well at all. I mean, the first 2 rounds, I think I got like a 2/3 or a second and a third or something like that. And so as I started that week off, I just expected for it to go the same way. Again, it was like, felt good going in, but when I got to the race, like, the Worlds were just not my thing. And so again, after the first 2 rounds, like, I was just almost kind of conceding, just like, I don't think it's going to go well, type of thing. And I guess I could just keep going on from there. I mean, I don't know what happened, but again, the whole week kind of being alone and not going out of the gate really well in the first 2 rounds. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know if I got centered or if I was like over like having that my worlds go like a certain way, but something clicked. And I want to say, I don't know if it was in the 3rd round or if it was in the 16th, but I want to say it started in the 16th, and I won the 16th, the 8th, the quarters, the semi, and the main, like, all just one after the other.
Okay.
And I don't know how it happened.
Yep.
But like, I started to find some sort of groove that I can't even explain. And again, the writers who have kind of experienced that flow, they can understand. But I something shifted, and it was almost like I could do no wrong. And again, it was like I lined up for that main, and I was in, I would say, gate 3. I think Maris had 1, and Jimenez had 2, and I had 3, and Nick, I think you were somewhere around 4 or 5 or whatever.
I was right on that ass, Don.
And so again, it was just like I didn't know if I could win. I didn't expect to win, but again, starting in those elimination rounds, like, something clicked, and it just seemed like I was on autopilot, and it just worked. I mean, that's all I can say about it.
Okay.
Do you think you ever had a smooth line through the rhythm section at that lap? Because your main event, you did not.
As the whole lap, like, again, that was my one bobble, and of course it was totally captured on film. No, come on, I've never been known as the smoothest rider ever in my life. The most stylish, not ever since I was, a young kid. I'm just about kind of, being able to get it done when I can, and so I've been pretty fortunate to do that enough times to be proud of kind of those victories. So I don't know how many times, if ever, I did get that 3rd straightaway smooth, but I certainly didn't do it in the main.
I didn't either, and I got passed.
Donnie, I got a question for you. It's Tori here.
Yeah.
Go.
Can you hear?
Yes, Tori.
I was waiting for your answer. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to see you. Good talk.
He likes to be acknowledged.
Yeah, I like my presence to be acknowledged. Anyway, what's with the no celebration at the line there, or any other big race you won? Like, I often see you just kind of write off most guys who win a race celebrate, or throw their arm in the air and that kind of thing. Yeah, do you just like to keep it kind of chill, or what's with that?
Yeah, I'm kind of totally against that, honestly. I just it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, just for me personally, it's like kind of braggadocious. Like, I don't want to, I won, and that's great for me. I don't celebrate that way. I celebrate internally, and that's just kind of the way I've always been. I mean, regardless of kind of what win it was, like, I don't think I've ever raised my hand in victory, and that's just the way that I am. I mean, that race in particular, I think that whole lap was very, very special because, I mean, we all know about visualization and how, powerful that is. But, like, that race is the one that I remember like that actually went exactly like I had envisioned it, short of the bobble.
I was gonna say you envisioned the bonk. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Short of the bobble, come on. But yeah, like again, the whole week I was alone, so it was just like I had my thoughts to myself, and I was visualizing everything that I wanted to happen, and obviously everything that could happen, and so as I crossed the finish line in that particular main, like I literally remember saying, I can't believe that just happened, because it was again short of the bobble, it was the exact lap that I had envisioned, and it was so very powerful, like that moment, like. Again, I don't know that anybody has ever expected me to do as nearly as well, I guess, as I have in my career. Whether some people think that's special or not, I mean, I've been very fortunate, and so like that one was especially special because again, it was just like, man, I traveled there alone, and I kind of overcame something that I'd never been able to move past before that, and so again, I'm very thankful for opportunities and stuff, and so again, I just me and the fist pumps, like they just those and I don't go together, and that one was really special. So I put my head down and I was like, I can't believe that just happened. So it was pretty special.
Cool, fair enough. Yeah, good answer.
I guess just in closing, that kind of wraps up our quick little segment here at the Worlds. Oh, Nick's got one more.
I got one more question, Don.
Don, just the gate choice for that main event. How did it go? I'm assuming you won the semi and Maris won the other semi. So did you purposely take a gate away from Maris?
Did you feel you had a free lane with Jimenez in two?
Did you know he was going to roll out?
No.
That didn't come into play until a few years after that.
No, I actually remember it going down. I think I had at most the third lane pick, because even though I won the semi, I think that like I certainly wasn't.
Oh, you pulled the brakes on the last straight.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean,
you
I think
the pro-am move.
had a few faster riders, so I don't even know that I had the third gate pick. I want to say maybe I had even a worse one than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder how it went down.
You went inside as possible or what?
I think I had 4. I was right next to Don.
Donovan said, "Going 4, Nick."
I can't remember.
Going 4 and uncork one.
I can't remember how I did the semi. I don't think I got beat by Jimenez.
I don't think so.
But I'm assuming I got beat by Maris or Donnie.
Hey, have we brought up the fact that Sam had a quicker lap than I did that year?
In the junior men, yeah, I think. No, we haven't brought it up, but that is a fact.
That is a fact. The kid was on.
That's irrelevant.
That's the only real thing that I remember, like outside of my own victory, was everybody saying, "Oh, Sam beat your time."
That's why you did an arm pump. You looked at the board and saw that his time wasn't faster, and he goes,
"Damn it,
taxi!"
That was an irrelevant comparison. Different race.
No, it's all right. It was just a sign of things to come. But yeah, I was just like, oh, come on, guys, let me have it one day, one moment.
So out of obviously you had a great career, NBL title, Olympic bronze. Does that rainbow jersey kind of rate up the highest though, being a big win like that?
Again, I'm sure you get this question all the time. I mean, what's more important, the Olympic medal or the World Championship? And we're going to have to go with the Olympic medal just because, again, it's only so many people have the opportunity, I guess, to do that. I mean, every 4 years. And, again, the whole wide world knows what Olympic medal means. But, again, I mean, when you look back on, how the career and how things went and how things fell into place,
real men get fifth,
and really like what was maybe looked at as meant to be, that world win was again really special because again it was my last win and for that to have happened and for it to have capped off, I mean again winning junior cruiser and junior men and elite cruiser and elite man, like I think that's a pretty cool accomplishment. And so, again, it's just overall, it doesn't seem, when we're in the mix and in, amongst our career type of things, like you can't really step back and look at, these wins and everything that we've done and accomplished. But now, I mean, again, it's more than ever. It's just a very special feeling to have done what I did. and to be amongst the other riders who have done so as well. Because again, there's people that are way better than me and more talented and more gifted, and so again, it's just a pretty cool crew to be a part of.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, Don, and we'll have to get you back on and chat about obviously the rest of your career a bit more and what's going on now and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was good just to chat a little bit about 09. So are you heading out to Rock Hill this year?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I was kind of hoping to, maybe commentate or do a camp prior or something, and I think that everything kind of just fell through. So I think I got plenty of stuff to do here in town, but again, it's going to be certainly watching online all the race action.
I think they dropped Pete, bring in Don and Brooke for Worlds.
Don and Brooke?
Yeah.
You get the Don on there.
How do you feel about that, Don?
I no comment. I mean, again,
No comment.
I enjoy doing what I could do, and if people enjoy it, that's great. But if things are a certain way, and I can't break into that yet, well, then I'll just have to wait.
All right.
Suspenseful Don, great, thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the call, and look forward to the rest of the show and the rest of the remaining shows.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Don. Chat soon.
Thanks, Don.
Later,
Bye.
Dono.
Bye.
What a man. What a champion.
He's a hell of a man.
What a legend.
The Don.
The small man, but he's a hell of a man.
He is. He is. So that kind of leads into our next segment of the night is I think we had a quick call in from old Dickie Fitz.
He called in again?
He called in.
He's still off the leash.
Yeah, he's off the leash.
I wonder what kind of trouble he's looking to get into this week.
Not a lot to report on, but he gave his insight
Do you
anyway.
think he talked about the Tangent Pro-Am?
He didn't.
The track they had to race on?
He didn't. I already listened to his voicemail and he didn't. But we should.
I wonder if we could find that video. That track was insane.
Was it?
Super beautiful area. It looked like it was in a national park. Maybe the same size as Cactus.
Yeah.
With loose turns.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get that. So
Let's
we
just
can,
say beautiful facility, you know.
We can probably review the old Tangent Pro. So here it is, Dickie Fitz's intro. Yeah, that's basically it.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Got it? Good.
We know that didn't work,
You know how it works.
Anyway, I'm going to jump right into his voicemail. And here we go. We got a technical difficulty. We need Tyler back. We need our
tech guy.
The tech guy.
Dick me here, dick me there, dick me anywhere, I don't care. I'm back for a review of the week that it's been. The biggest dick you know, it's Dickie Fitzwell here. My favourite and fellow Canadian Tory Nighthog in the studio. Very exciting. Ladies all around the world, I hope your MacBooks are waterproof tonight. Boys, what a week. South Park, Pennsylvania, French Championships, World Championship training. It's all fucking happening. Let's get it started with South Park. Friday the heavens opened up and started crying, as did the pros. They said, no way, fuck this, we'll see you later. Day one Friday, as we predicted, was then went on to be won by the quick one himself, Nick Long, I guess, as they did not fucking race. Saturday, Fields and Shiraz went head-to-head like it was 2006. Shiraz came out of the middle of the blocks in the final like a Korean missile, and he disappeared into the mist to score himself another win. T-Bone Tennis Abesta scored double podiums and a bit of extra diaper change for him. The Danimal won day one, then the Stump Whiskey got her. She was face down in the Pennsylvania woods for day two. Sophia Forrester popped the old Pro Cherry and got herself a W. French champs were on across the pond, and the long, skinny crepe himself, Dordas, a bit of a touch-up. Andre's disc brake continues to hold him up. He had to settle for second, followed by the man you-know-who, Mahu. Stromberg's and his mate Ivan Drago, look-alike Kriggers, has been doing test runs on Rock Hill, laying down more rubber in lane 6 than a college frat house. Vic Lee was about as high on the South Park 40-footer as he is every Tuesday morning, pretty fucking high. Vic rented himself a bar as an Airbnb and got down to business as per usual for the race weekend. This weekend it's on in Euroland, Euro champs, they're all going. Stromberg's, the van is loaded up. Bowie's ready to explode. Bonarenko's going to go. Klevashenko is in. Davo is 24 now. He's eaten 3 cakes already and feeling pipier than your mum's ensuite. That's about it for this week in BMX news. Very exciting week coming up with the Euros going head-to-head, and I'm sure plenty more on the old gram. So once again, if you don't know, watch Bonarenko. Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
Fuck, he knows all.
He knows.
He doesn't miss a fucking beat, does he?
Computer screens does he have lined up, getting all the info in? He takes notes for sure.
He's a journalist.
Insane.
He's doing his job.
He's a journalist. He's a journalist. That's what he does. So that's Dickie Fitz for the week. So a quick squiz at the old chat room here. Don't forget, voicemails are still open if you want to get in on it. Tangent Pro-Am was off the hook. 3 racks, balls out.
Balls out.
Well, if you have a video, Thunder Midget, shoot it on over. We'll take a squiz at it.
Let's see this dust storm.
Give us a link.
I seen a photo of Miranda doing a complete face slide through the turn.
Sick.
It looked like he was leading a lap as well.
In the
track operator face slam?
I'm not. I know. The only thing I know is whoever got third, it might have been Petty. He crashed and still got third.
Petty.
Yeah. Cheater Petty.
Petty's back.
Petty's back.
Petty's back.
Not Cheater Petty, I take that back. He's a hell of a bloke.
Hell of a bloke. Well, we did do a little interview with the famous internet sensation.
Did we get him?
Adrian Warden.
Got him.
Warden.
Should we replay his video?
So,
you almost had it.
For those that didn't see it, this man is basically the definition of expression session.
Run the whole race out for him, though. Break it down, because we only see the one jump.
Right. So what we found out in the interview that you'll hear, Adrian actually he'd already gone past this jump that he launched. He was going down the 3rd straight. Some bloke blew him right off the track. He thought, fuck this, I'm going back to turn 1.
I'm fucking sending it.
And I'm going for that double I've been looking at for 4 years.
Since I changed classes in the 50 and over.
Yeah. So let's have a look at Adrian again, and then we'll play his interview.
That was it.
We're back live. Hang on. First.